Many of us live in a free society, but there are many traps, and some traps we don't even see. Traps of the mind, self-doubt, depression, traps of the body, self-neglect, disease, illness, addiction. Many of these traps is very difficult to free ourselves from. And sometimes it can be just a very simple daily habit that can turn into a trap. And for me, it was coffee, something as simple as a cup of coffee. I worked in a research laboratory, and one morning I didn't have my coffee before 11 o'clock, and I got such a terrible headache. I had to actually leave, go home and lie down. It was so embarrassing. And I said, that is never going to happen again. And I weaned myself off it, slowly, but I did. I would only have one cup of coffee now and again. And if I went to a nice coffee shop, it was always a debate in my head whether I would have a coffee or not. So it was, even though my body was free of the addiction, it was still a trap in my mind. It was stealing my peace. So 6 years ago, I just totally cut it out and just back on drinking tea and hot chocolate and no more coffee. Now, many people see the Bible as, a religious book. And there is some religion in it, particularly in the Old Testament. And they see it as a book where you're told to tithe your 10% and give your offerings. And there is some of that in the Old Testament. And it's a book about do's and don'ts, and that is also in the Old Testament. But for me, I see the Bible as a book about freedom. Who created freedom? Who delivered freedom? How we can have freedom? How we can keep freedom? And how we can never lose it. There are some wonderful scriptures about freedom in the Bible, and I'll just share a couple with you. So Galatians 5:1. It is for freedom that Christ has set us free. Stand firm then, and do not let yourselves be burdened again by a yoke of slavery. So Jesus came that we would be free of all these traps. And he says, stand firm then, and he will stand with us. And do not let yourselves be burdened again by a yoke of slavery. So we're in control of not being burdened again, or not being caught in the same trap again. That's very powerful, that we are in control. 2 Corinthians 3:17. And where the Spirit of the Lord is, there is freedom. So where the Holy Spirit is, freedom exists. That's where we have freedom, with the Holy Spirit. And John 3:36. If the Son sets you free, you will be free indeed. So if you've received Jesus, you are free. You have received the freedom. And it will never leave you. But it's up to us to operate in the freedom that he has provided for us. And it comes from Jesus' heart to your heart.